guys, and welcome to Football Canapes once again as the Premier League action continues. Aston Villa traveling to Tottenham Hotspur for today's game, and in this game should be should be an exciting one. Should really be an exciting one with both teams going for top 4, and really looking forward to this game. Last year it was a game that Spurs ideally should have won, but they didn't. They didn't. They led, and then for whatever reasons they didn't. They lost it 2-1, and this year I expect Spurs to do better at least. Do better at least, and then we'll see how it goes. Uh, quick sound check. Quick sound check of. Don't want to be so fine. Sound is fine. Hopefully you can all hear me. All hear me, and we'll see how it goes tonight for Spurs. But yeah, really looking forward to the game between the two sides. Two good sides in their own right, and two sides who have over the past couple of years have you know done done remarkably well in the league, especially considering Aston Villa were in the championship not so long ago, and now are unbeaten in the league with the 5 games played, and yeah, so what can you say? Superb performance, and Villa have a game against Celtic, I think, in the Premier League, in the Champions League coming up, and but this game is vitally important as well. That's the beauty of being a top side every day. Almost you are playing games. You're playing games that are you know that are meaningful, and and fans can get their teeth into them. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. The team news, you might have gotten a sneak peek at how the two teams are lining up, and we will be talking about the team news going forward. In the build up to the game as well. So yeah, we will be we will be talking about the team news in the build up for the build up as well. So not really sure if this sound is working or not. Yeah, so sound is working fine, and yeah, so would just say that if there are any internet issues, then apologies in advance. Some windows on my screen are hanging up, but we shall get through these issues, and get through these issues, and be able to deliver. My Google Chrome is hanging up quite badly, uh, so yeah, but no worries. Here's the for the game night, and hot. So here is the here is the team news. Just need to check and yeah. So here's the team news. Uh, so Guillermo Vicario is in goal for Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro at right back. Christian Romero and is the centre half alongside Radu Dragushin. I mean, Mickey Van der Ven got injured during midweek in the game against in the game against in the game against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. I mean, it was a game, but I mean, for whatever reason, uh, Spurs lost injury. It was they lost their you know influential central defender in Mickey Van de Ven, and yeah, that is unfortunate from their point of view and from their point of view, and yeah, hopefully he won't be out for too long, and we'll see him soon. And then coming to midfield, sorry, Destiny Udogi is playing as well. He's at left back. Then we have got Pape Sarr, uh, and Bentancur and Kulusevski in the midfield, and Johnson, Solanke, and the captain, is back uh, for uh, Man City. I mean, I'm not really sure how long he has been out for, but not sure how long he has been out for, but coming straight back into the team for Spurs and having their captain. I mean, Timo Werner is out. He scored during midweek, and I mean, having your captain back is sure to have a positive effect. But Son coming back straight into the team can only be good news for Spurs. But hopefully he can play all the minutes, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then for Aston Villa, Emi Martinez, he was awarded in the in the Ballon d'Or ceremony for the best goalkeeper, and yeah, Matty Cash at right back, Ezri Konsa at left back. Oh, sorry, at centre half alongside Pau Torres, who's on the cover as well. Lucas Digne uh, is the left back. Magen Onana Tillemans in midfield. Ramsey. I mean, let's see if he plays in midfield or in attack. And then we have Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins at in the attack. So it could well be a 4-5-1, 4-3-3, depending on how you want to foresee it. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out for both the teams in terms of the formation. No particular information has been given regarding regarding that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Happy Diwali to everyone who's celebrating, and I mean, still we are in the celebratory bit of the biggest one of the biggest, if not the biggest, festival in India, and yeah, yeah. So yeah. Um, so yeah. Uh, Spurs and Aston Villa. I mean, they had different fortunes during the during the during the during the midweek action in in the Carabao Cup. Aston Villa were defeated by Crystal Palace at home. They would have been really disappointed with how things turned out for them at home, losing to a side like Crystal Palace, who haven't been in the best of forms. Nothing against Palace, but I mean, you would expect Aston Villa to get a good result against I mean, qualify against Palace. I mean, they should have been favorites. Aston Villa lost. I mean, they have other things on their minds as well. So that ways, yeah, it's a bit, it's a bit, it's a bit. I mean, must have been a bit disheartening. It was a chance to win a trophy, and the fact that they didn't would I mean could well hurt them in the future. So could well hurt them in the future. Uh, could well hurt them in the future, and yeah, it's uh, it's I mean it's it's not like Aston Villa are going to win Champions League or the Premier League. They're not, and I mean, trophy would have gone a long way for Spurs, for Villa rather. But it wasn't to be. They lost. They lost, and now they must they must make it count. They must make it count, and in this competition and finish as high as possible, as high as possible. Whether that is top four again, we will we will wait and see. But for now, it is it is this game. As far as Spurs are concerned, they beat Manchester City, as I told you earlier, and as I told you earlier, and as I told you earlier, and and yeah, they they knocked out. I mean, a team that has been a serial winner of this of this of this of this trophy. I mean, last year Newcastle knocked City out of City out of the City out of the Carabao Cup. I mean, didn't affect them. They still won the Premier League. I mean, went pretty well in the did pretty well in the Champions League, as well as the FA Cup. Reached the final, could have won there, but were probably hungover from their exploits in the exploits in the Premier League. And yeah, only one trophy, but fourth consecutive fourth consecutive Premier League title this year. City are going for fifth one. I'm assuming they want to win, which they probably do, and And about 15 minutes to go before the start of the game, I'll to the come back to Indo. I mean, to this which and if you do that, yes, couldn't have been good for the morale with the loss against Bournemouth. But anyhow, sticking to Tottenham Hotspur and what they did, they they beat City. I mean, it was a pretty weak. I mean, if you want to talk in terms of if you want to talk in terms of the first team squad, it was a pretty weak Tottenham Hotspur Manchester City team. But Tottenham did what they had to do. They beat them 2-1. Could have ended in a draw if Ibusuma hadn't cleared off the line and hadn't cleared off the line, but but he did. And last time round, I mean it was a 1-0 loss for it was a 1-0 loss It was a 1-0 loss for uh, Spurs against Palace. Pretty dismal display, really. And today, I mean, with City losing, I mean, I don't think City's results have any bearing on Spurs. I think both teams are in different spheres, to be honest, and are in different spheres, to be honest, and they would have. But Arsenal losing the way Arsenal have started, Spurs can really make them pay for their losses and climb up the table. Chelsea play later against Manchester United. I'll be watching that game with you guys, whoever chooses to join in, and yeah. So Chelsea, Manchester United, Spurs can really deliver a knockout punch to these guys, and I mean not a knockout punch, but a fairly decent sort of a blow in terms of where they place themselves in the pecking order when it comes to the the final Premier League table in May, and results like last weekend's against Crystal Palace. I mean, it's. I mean, these are the results. Crystal Palace hadn't won a Premier League game until Spurs turned up, and it could have been even worse. I mean, it was only 1-0 in the end, but Spurs could have lost by two or three clear goals, and could have. I mean, I know Mickey Van de Ven is injured, but should have been probably sent off in that game, and should have probably been sent off in that game. And I mean, Spurs fans might be thinking that it would have been better if he was sent off in that game, because at least he wouldn't have been injured and had missed this game. So that's another way of looking at it. You It's another way of looking at it, and yeah, it's another way of looking at it. But that's how sometimes life rolls. That's the that's the lottery ticket you are given in life, and you have to make the most of it. Radu Dragusin, who himself was sent off in the Europa League tie against Karabag, the Azerbaijan side, and it's his chance to shine against the likes of Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins. So yeah, we'll wait and see how it turns out for Spurs. The midfield, I'm slightly worried against the likes of Tillemans, Onana, McGinn, who are box to box, and Kulusevski, Sarr, and Bentancur. I mean, neither of them is an out and out number six kind of player who who sits and protects the back four, and with Poro attacking, Destiny Udogie attacking, it could leave Aston Villa. It could leave Aston Villa, oh sorry, Spurs rather open at the back, and I mean, Ollie Watkins, all he needs is half a chance or quarter of a chance if we talk about XGs, and he could pounce and make it difficult for difficult for and difficult and uncomfortable for Spurs. So I mean, the battle of midfield will remain uh, exciting, and intriguing as to how the pieces on the chess table, if you know what I am talking about, if how they line up and and yeah, how they line up in the game, and as I already told you, Arsenal lost yesterday, City lost yesterday. So I mean, for the time being, it could create a scenario where where both teams both teams could see a window of opportunity and climb up and see an opportunity to fill the gap. I mean, Nottingham Forest are in the third in the table. As much as I want them to do well and you know finish as high as possible, but it's unlikely. Let's put it out there. They've made a remarkable start, but but it's unlikely that the Forest will continue their good run and finish anywhere near close to um, top 4 or a European place. I mean, they could, but they could do a Leicester, but all I will say is, with all due respect, that is unlikely. So this Forest will drop off. Brighton, who are doing well, I mean, history have shown us that they have fallen. I mean, the squad, etc., has that has taken its toll on the team, and they have fallen off in the in the in the in the I mean fallen dropped off in the table in the later months when games come thick and fast, especially after this international break, when games will come thick and fast. Um, in January, when the FA Cup gets going, there is no international break after November till November till March. I mean, and till March. I mean, and yeah. So Tottenham and Villa, they have opportunity to at least scratch the surface. I mean, I'm talking as if these two teams are I mean are newbies, etc. They know what is they know what is on the line, and they know what is on the line, and they should really go for it, and they should really go for it. Once again, just we'll have a look at the two lineups in this game. And here lineups: Vicario in goal. Uh, Vicario is in the in the in the in the goal, and Vicario is in the goal, and Pedro Porro, Destiny Udogi are the two fullbacks. Dragusin and Romero. I mean, two players who are rather who are rather I mean, if I can say, uh, you know, liable to errors, liable to making errors. Uh, and in midfield, Sar, Bentancur, Kulusevski, a bit lightweight for my liking. And then up top, Johnson, who's been in remarkable form ever since he was criticized. And ever since he was criticized. And then we have Johnson, Solanke, and Son. Son, the captain, back in the team for Spurs. And Aston Villa are concerned, as far as Aston Villa are concerned, I mean, Martinez recently awarded, I think, the best goalkeeper in the world, or something like that. Not really sure what the awards name is, but Martinez in goal, uh, Matty Cash at right back. I mean, he's not liked by Spurs fans at all. Konsa and Pau Torres in central defense. Tyrone Mings, good to see him back. He played against Crystal Palace. Lucadina, Lucadina, Magen, and Magen, Onana, Tillemans in midfield. These three are midfielders, and up top, I'd say Ramsey, Rogers, and Watkins. So could well be a 4-4-2, could be a 4-3-3, could be a 4-2-3-1. Who knows? Who knows? And but we will decipher that as the game gets closer, or we watch a little bit of the game that unfolds right before our eyes. And yeah, the benches. I mean, Spurs bench: Foster, formerly of Newcastle, the reserve goalkeeper; Ben Davis, the left back; Archie Gray could play in midfield or at right back; Bissouma on the bench; Bergwall, Lucas Bergwall, young Swede; Madison on the bench as well. Didn't pay attention to that. I mean, how the mighty may have fallen. Mikey Moore, Timo Werner, and Richarlison on the bench for Spurs. Robin Olsen, the reserve goalkeeper for Aston Villa. Ian Matson, Diego Carlos, the centre half. Matson, the left back. Tyrone Mings, the centre half. Bubakar Kamara is back as well. Jaden Philogene, Emiliano Bundia, Leon Bailey, and John Duran. So pretty strong bench if you ask me for Aston Villa and they'd be fancying themselves in the game against in this game against Spurs. Uh, tough game to call this one, and yeah, before every game they'll be paying tribute to the heroes of war that they have been doing um, all throughout uh, all throughout the weekend, and I mean a lot of pressure on Dragusin. Let's see how long Mickey Van de Ven remains out for, and remains out for poppies on the shirts of all the players, and yeah, I mean camera focusing on Radu Dragusin. He's he's I mean he might get target. He might get match that is, and yeah, two managers, Ange Postecoglou and Unai Emery. Aston Villa are in the Champions League, which Tottenham would want to get into. Tottenham are in the Europa League, missed out by fine margins last season, and yeah, very close to the kickoff now. Very close to the kickoff now, and yeah, Son is back. The captain has had a bit of an injury hit season so far in the in the in the in the league, and yeah. The referee is ready. The kickoff has happened. Aston Villa have taken the kickoff, and yeah, uh, they're back to the keeper, and yeah. I mean, I from a Newcastle's point of view, I am a Newcastle fan. I hope this match ends in a draw, but let's see a good match first of all, I mean, it was 2-1 last time to Aston Villa in this fixture at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Spurs would want to do better. And let's see. It's unlikely that Spurs change their playing style. And if their high line gets caught out, I mean, it gone. Romero. I mean, oh, good run by Sar. Perhaps Sar. He's been he's been. I mean, he scored a goal midweek against City. Good finish. That one, and he'll be hoping to carry on his good form. He scores goals from midfield, which is gold dust. Which is gold dust. Here the good ball played in. Morgan Rogers up against Porro. Oh, good skill by Roger. Ooh, almost. He was almost in. There's McGinn. Shot deflected corner. I think it's a corner. I mean, it looked rather loopy for a deflection. And Mickey Van de Ven is in the stands or in the players' coaches area watching. I mean, pretty good seat to be honest. And oh, bad touch. I mean, lots of turnovers in the first few minutes. Here comes the cross. Ollie Watkins. Oh no! And I mean, Ollie Watkins should have done better, but Tillemans, not sure, might have gotten caught late there. I mean, good start in the first 3 minutes. Was I mean, you don't expect much in the first 3 minutes, but I mean, could have been 1-0 to Villa. Could have been to 1-0 to Villa. That's a foul. That's a foul, and that may as well be a yellow for Destiny Udogi. Although pretty early in the game, so might get some leeway. Craig Pawson is the referee. I mean, depends what side of bed he gets out of. I mean, the kind of performances Craig Pawson gives. I mean, rather, short, short touch rather. Papesar, Kulusevski, perhaps Spurs' best player this season, and that's McGinn. I mean, he's been missing for a while, and John McGinn is a huge player for Aston Villa, but 30 now, and 30 is no age for, and he should still be in his prime. So a corner to a corner to Spurs, and I mean, I mean, Onana, brings out ball well. I mean, he's been a good signing in this season. He's been an excellent signing this season, and yeah, I mean, Onana, Everton, I thought was a waste of time. I mean, at Lille he was rated highly, but but he's been a he's been a he's been a revelation. Scored goals as well. I mean, it's not a 4-3-3 system that that puts players in rigid formation. Uh, foul given by Pawson Kulusevski there. Guys, may I request if you're watching, then do click a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well if possible. No compulsion, but here's oh, Villa with a chance. Onana, oh man, taking too long, and then someone nicked in, and Kulusevski it was who nicked in, and Onana committed a foul. Onana committed a foul, and good ball to Son. I mean, Spurs. I mean, Liverpool did well. I mean, Liverpool did really well, and I mean, they could have been down 2-0, but I mean, great goal by Salah and Gakpo. Although although for a moment I thought Nunez was offside. He didn't get a touch, but Verbugen could have claimed that he was in his high side. But great win, and I mean it was closer than what I thought it would be. But yeah, uh, it was closer than what I think. And City, I genuinely thought that it could be one of those games that they lose mid-season. Uh, last couple of years they've lost to Brentford, they've lost to 10-man leads, and I mean it was one of those games. Erling Haaland, he doesn't half miss some sitters. I mean, from 1.5 yards, he's just hitting the base of the post. I mean, honestly, honestly, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, in my eyes, as a Liverpool fan, you would agree that City. I hope you agree. City are still favourites. De Bruyne was on the bench, didn't play, but uh, City is still slightly favourites. I still worry about the squad Liverpool have given the given the given the matches that they have to play. FA Cup, 8 matches now, Champions League, and if Liverpool don't finish in the top eight, then two more playoff games, and who knows what kind of opponent they'll get. And yeah, as far as this game is concerned, 10 minutes have been played. 10 minutes have been played, and yeah, 10 minutes have been played, and 10 minutes have been played, and I mean no real attempt at attempt at also honest. And but I mean that doesn't mean action has not been taking place. It has been, and it has been, and Martinez, risky ball intercepted, but the touch was a bit heavy and it goes out for a goal kick. But Emiliano Martinez taking his life in his own hands there, in his own hands there, and in his own hands. Yeah, I mean, free kick, Craig Pawson not making many friends at the Tottenham Hotspur stadium rather. I mean, during the international break, they might once again be hosting NFL matches. Last time around, I saw them hosting. I mean, we'll see. I don't see much of a difference in Manchester United. Don't see much of a difference in Manchester United. I mean, today will tell us more against Chelsea. I think Chelsea will be favorites. I think Chelsea will be favorites in that game. Ooh. Free kick in a dangerous area for Spurs. Johnson fouled. No, not Johnson. I mean, Romero fouled. And I mean, yeah, I expect I expect expect Chelsea to start as favorites, and yeah, Son and Kulusevski over the free kick. Let's see how it turns out. Header over and wide, so not much going for that free kick, or rather that header, and pretty dull this game. I mean, expected more actually, and more actually, and I mean, free kick to free kick to free kick to Aston Villa. I mean, Villa quite tall side. Hate short free kicks, and then you go back. I mean, and then you switch wings, and now you are in a puddle. No, I agree. I think Chelsea start favorites. I mean, beating a Leicester B team is 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 I mean, the only teams that Manchester United have beaten so far are Barnsley, Southampton. A ball lost. Spurs on the counter. They pace. Here's Kulusevski. Plays it to oh, Johnson. Johnson gets there. Oh, corner. Corner. Yeah, no, I agree, Jason. I think it'll be a game that it'll be a game where Chelsea will dominate. I think Caicedo and Lavia, if he starts, I doubt Enzo Fernandez will start. Reece James up against Mazraoui or who else? Dallo, if he starts at left back, it'll be a game that it'll be a game that I mean, I, Manchester United. It might be a smash and grab, but I don't expect them to. I don't expect them to. I don't expect them to. You know, play like vintage Manchester United teams. This ball lost. Kulusevski. Oh, Onana. I mean, why are Aston Villa not clearing it? Taking far too many chances in their own boxes. Handball by Cash, but referee allows play to go on. And shot over. I mean, like more like a NFL shot, which Spurs would be happy with. And yeah, I mean, Chelsea victory could put pay to Rude Van Nistelrooy's managerial hopes or whatever little he has left to cling on at Manchester United. I'm pretty sure he'll be moved on once Amorim gets in. I mean, Ineos. I mean, for whatever it's worth, they've done things the footballing way. I mean, PSR, SMSR, I don't think they care. Uh, we are in the 20th minute and action might be about to pick up. I mean, barely seen anything of Watkins, Rogers, or Ramsey either, even. And it's mostly been Spurs. Pedro Porro with the corner. Header is, sorry, corners cleared. Sar, oh, deflected, but straight to Martinez. Straight to Martinez. Martinez it was, and yeah, don't worry about that. the channel might, Google might be killing the channel as well. I mean, I don't know. Oh, here's a chance. Ooh, corner. The Google might be killing my channel anyways. Over the last 3 weeks after the international break, the channel has just disappeared into the ether. So I don't know. Here comes the corner. Oh, header in the completely wrong. Oh, header, and then an air shot by Sar. So I contacted YouTube as well, but they are coming up with flimsy excuses. Not sure what they have done to my channel. They basically killed it dead. I mean, I'm not saying I'm faultless, but I'm not saying it. I am faultless. I might have done something wrong, but the channel might be bent and core over the bar. I mean, so the channel might be killing itself. I mean, it's just. I mean, where I, where I was getting, let's say, 10 views now. Oh, sorry, 100 views now. I'm getting one. So I mean, there's been a sharp decline in the channel, anyways, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, and I'm basically doing the same thing that I was doing earlier, and yeah, which is disappointing. But happy Diwali, by the way. Happy Diwali, by the way, to you and your family. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but it's a pretty, I mean, the biggest Indian festival for me at least, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I might have done something wrong. I'm not, uh, exonerating myself, but it was, it was what it was. It was what it was, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, Spurs applying all sorts of pressure on, and even this stream is not getting any views or anything like that. It's just it's just it's just absolutely. I mean, heartbreaking in a way, and 25 minutes gone, and yeah. Villa have had one touch in the opposition box. Spurs have had nine. Spurs must be pretty disappointed with Vicario comes and collects, but no shot for Martinez to save in particular. Taken away. Here comes Udogi. collects, although might have been offside. Johnson. Yeah, looked offside to me. And turned by Onana. That's a foul. Has to be. Thank you. Oh, nearly fouls in the in the game. Thanks, Jason. And it's on. Interesting to see what kind of effect this result has on the table. I mean, it's easy to calculate, but whatever it's worth. I mean, interesting challenge from Benton Core. Had to time it right, and he did. And he did. For Villa. Shot deflected over the bar. Oh man, that was a good attempt by Jacob Ramsey. I like Jacob Ramsey. Good goal scoring sort of a midfielder. Does well. Vicario was, I mean, unless it was coming straight at him, he wasn't getting anywhere near that. Tillemans with the corner. First one for Aston Villa. Vicario punches straight to Tillemans. Oh, 1-0. Oh no, not 1-0. Onana. I, I genuinely thought it was 1-0, but it. Oh, exactly. I mean, uh, obviously it wasn't. Off the post, it was. I mean, good jump. Vicario might have saved it actually. Might not have come off the post. Yeah, off the post, and then Vicario saved it. I mean, another corner though. Let's see if Digne takes it or is it Tillemans. Pawson himself wasting time, having a word with the players, saying you better not, push each other around. And Spurs are pretty porous on set pieces, but Torres, Rogers in swinging corner. Oh, 1-0, 1-0. And it's Morgan Rogers with his cold celebration. 1-0 to Aston Villa. I mean, Spurs, for all their possession, domination, etc., are 1-0 down once again. And Aston Villa have taken the lead. Of they just don't learn sports. That is, they just don't learn, and they've paid the price. Let's just check it out. I mean, Vicario saves, but I mean, might be a push on someone, so there might be a check. But Roger plonks it home or prods it home, and it's a 1-0 to Aston Villa. I mean, Cole Palmer took his celebration. I mean, Cole Palmer has even said so in the past. So once again failed to keep a clean sheet. I don't know. They've kept about 4 or 5 in the last 30 odd. Oh, Martinez gets there. Otherwise, that could have been a bit ugly. That could. And once again, hands in pockets, and hands in pockets, and I mean, once again, mulling what he has to do. I mean, Spurs went down 1-0 to, I mean, another team that plays claret and blue, and 1-4-1. West Ham, that is, Kudus got sent off, and I mean, but, but for a team that has Romero and Dragushin, I mean, uh, conceding once again from a set piece, I mean, that has to work. I mean, keeper is a bit flimsy, have to admit, and keeper is a bit flimsy, have to admit, and then they were warned from the previous corner. Onana hitting the base of the post and Vicario having to scramble to make a save. I mean, who's number 30 here? I mean, he might have scored an own goal, but here are Spurs. I mean, Onana clears. I mean, Forrest had a game plan that day. Hudson Odoi Elanga came on. Games after international break can be tricky, and so it proved. So it proved. I mean, I won't say you were robbed. Arne Slot, Mohamed Salah, Arne Slot himself admitted it was not Liverpool's best performance. Mohamed Salah, his touch on that day was poor, and especially after an international break, things can, things are sometimes not the same usual self. Even yesterday, Liverpool uh, in the first half weren't at their you know fluid best, and oh, nutmeg again. Oh, I mean, again taking far too many chances, and yeah, I mean, credit to Forest. They're third, deservedly so. West Ham are in the deep end. I mean, I don't want to use any expletives or anything, but Lopetegui has to look at himself. Last weekend, we all know that wasn't a penalty against Manchester United. Matthias de Ligt, I mean, he must feel so hard done by. And I mean, whether you're a Liverpool fan, Manchester United fan, it definitely wasn't a penalty for me. Here comes the corner. Martinez, oh, collects. Martinez collects, and yeah. So yeah. I mean, Forest did well that day. They had a plan and they executed it well. Liverpool weren't at their best, and I mean, they're still top of the table. And but just to reiterate, I do feel that the squad depth is perhaps oh, chance of Watkins. I mean, Kulusevski. I mean, Edson Alvarez. That's his second red card. I think he he got sent off against West Ham. Oh, sorry, against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup as well. So that's not good from Alvarez's point of view, and he got sent off yesterday. And yeah, Lopetegui will be under pressure, but thing is, spent so much money. I mean, two different characters, Slot and How, and I don't know much about Slot, so can't compare. But very close to being a Tottenham manager he was last season, and before Ange came in, they wanted uh, they wanted uh, they wanted Slot, but he. Oh, that's a bad challenge by Bentancur. I mean, oh, thankfully he doesn't get him. It's his trailing leg that gets Onana. That gets Onana. I mean, not even a yellow card. Has the yellow card been shown? No, just a free kick. Just a free kick. Yeah. And Eddie Howe is a calm guy, but I mean, I can't compare Howe and the Slot because I don't know too much about Slot. So, but his teams play. I mean, decent football. I mean, that's that's all I can say for now. We'll see more of uh, more of Slot definitely definitely over the coming seasons unless something goes drastically wrong, which I don't expect it to. Slot might be the you know Paisley to Klopp's Shankly. Is Son? Can he bend one? No, right? Shankly came first and then Paisley, right? So, I mean, Paisley reaped the rewards of the work done by Shankly. Here's Watkins up against Ragosine, but there's like four. was oh, pass from Rogers or Tillemans. I mean, good game this Villa scored. Ever since Villa scored, good ball, good ball. Oh, Watkins, can he make it to? Oh, wide. Oh no, Romero had him covered, and wide it goes from Watkins on his left foot, well wide. I mean, well wide. Son Udogi. I mean, I can speak for Eddie Howe. I don't know about Slot. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know much about Arne Slot, and I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say so. I mean, he doesn't get worked up or anything like that. I haven't seen anything from him, but that maybe down to excellent results. So that ways, yeah. I mean, um, I'm just saying. I mean, like Eddie Howe is very calm. I mean, like last season, especially when we had 13, 14 players out injured at one time, when we couldn't even make substitutes. One of the players was the was an academy graduate, and yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably know Slot better than I do. I don't know. In the first few games especially after that Manchester United win, Manchester United win, yeah, maybe there is if he's as calm, if he is calm, then yeah, two managers Howe and Slot are similar in nature, but are similar in, I mean, in the way they behave, they they talk, etc. And yeah, maybe, but yeah, but Slot has definitely made an excellent start, but now um, tough run of games. Man City, after a couple of games, I think at home at Anfield, will be interesting, and Newcastle on 4th of December. I mean, I'm not sure if it is at St James's Park or Anfield. 1 minute added on, 1 minute added on in this game. I mean, can't say it has flown by, but I mean it's not been boring. Aston Villa have looked a real threat, and Vicario. I mean, he's not a top drawer keeper. If you ask me, he's not a top drawer keeper. Oh, ball lost by Onana. I mean, bad time to lose it. Also, Lanke's effort is blocked, and Onana must be thanking his lucky stars. Must be thanking his lucky stars. Half time it is. Half time it is, and it remains 1-0 to Aston Villa in this game. And half time it is. Uh, Aston Villa leading Spurs 1-0 thanks to Morgan Rogers' goal on the 32nd minute mark. And on the 32nd minute mark, it's I mean superb from Aston Villa's point of view. I mean they Emi Martinez. I don't think he has had any shots to save actually. And Jason, do you know why these which war are the do these poppy seeds celebrate? I mean, like Remembrance Sunday. Is this for the Second World War or what? And if you do, if you know, do let me know. And if you know, do let me know. Because I keep forgetting whether it is for the Second World War or someone else, who people who lost their lives. I mean, I know you're Irish, not English, but I'm pretty sure there were Irish soldiers involved as well, and there were Irish soldiers involved as well, and yeah, so um, coming back to this game, and I mean Manchester United will versus Chelsea. I'm really looking forward to, just because of the drama, not the football that is going to be played on the pitch. What happens? How Manchester United players react? If because if they react as if they have been, you know, reinvigorated, then that is a bloody shame for then that is a bloody shame for players. And During midweek, Casemiro was scoring goals. नहीं मेरा मन. So yeah, that's where we are at this game. I mean, Aston Villa are playing a blinder. Really, they've nullified Spurs to a big extent. Haven't seen of much of Solanke, much of Johnson, Son. I mean, Villa are defending really well, and Villa are defending really well, and and Villa are defending really well, and on the counter look dangerous. Spurs, their Achilles heel is the set pieces, and guess what? Been they've once again been affected by they've once again been affected by the Malays, that is set pieces. They I mean, either they are stubborn, or they can't learn, or there's that saying, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. And I mean, sports are pretty much like that. They they're just not learning. They're just not learning with the Premier League and all. They 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 just aren't learning anything. They've And yeah, once again, trailing. Again, no clean sheet. I mean, I can't remember the last time had they had a clean sheet in the Premier League. In the in the in the Europa League, they've had a couple against Karabag and Alkmaar, and even against Coventry, conceded. They conceded against City, and yeah, so they've definitely got us, as pundits like to call it, a soft underbelly, a soft underbelly, and a soft underbelly, and they're being they're being they're being targeted that ways. They're being targeted that ways, and they are being targeted that ways, and yeah. So they are being targeted that ways. I mean, every team that Spurs play, they know that from set pieces, it's a cake with a cherry on top. If you can get your hands on it, you can enjoy that cake. You can have your cake and eat it as well. But Spurs, last time they were down 1-0 at home. They came back in the league against West Ham, and but Villa aren't West Ham. Villa, with the manager and their players, are much better than much better than West Ham, and and I mean, Spurs will as they as you know as a dialect, or as the things that are talked about. Spurs will suffer in the second half, and Spurs will suffer in the second half, and yeah, I mean, Spurs will need to do something extraordinary. Will need to do something extraordinary, and yeah, will uh, I mean, if they do, it will be really enjoyable. It will be really enjoyable, and it will be really enjoyable, and it will be really enjoyable, and yeah, it will be really enjoyable, and but Aston Villa are too good. They beat they beat Bologna 1-0. They were far too professional for them in the game in the Champions League. They were what happened? What was the result? I mean, they lost to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. What was their result last weekend? Aston Villa. I doubt they won. They might have lost. I doubt. I don't even remember who they played. Wasn't Liverpool? Was not West Ham? Bournemouth. Yeah, they drew 1-1 with the Bournemouth. So wasn't the best of results against the Bournemouth team, and Bournemouth who beat uh, Bournemouth who beat uh, Man City yesterday. So Aston Villa will be a very tough nut to crack for. Will be a very tough nut to crack for Aston Villa, or for Spurs. I mean, and can they do it? I don't know. I mean, hopefully, I mean, if they do, if they don't, at least Spurs I mean, should make for good viewing, and should make for good viewing. Match, match Chelsea versus Manchester United at Old Trafford, or should I say Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford, should be a good should be a barometer for Manchester United, their squad. I don't know if you've seen the Sir Jim Ratcliffe interview which he gave. Where was I mean, maybe he was taking an indirect dig at the Manchester City or Manchester United squad. I mean, it was sort of an indirect dig at squad, saying that if you don't have a good enough squad, you can't win the league. I mean, no one thinks Manchester United are going to win the league anytime soon. And yeah, today is what, Sunday. Ruben Amorim is expected to join on November 11th. November 11th. Today is 2nd. No, today is 3rd. So Monday, November the 11th. November the 11th uh, is when uh, Amorim joins. Will be. I mean, could he be in stands? I mean, I doubt it, but he could well be in the stands in this game. I mean, it's no secret that he has he could be in the stands, and watching his new team, making notes maybe. I mean, and yeah, he could well be in the stands, watching his new charges. I mean, plenty to plenty to learn. Could well be in the director's box. I mean, um or maybe he'll be preparing his team to take on Manchester City in the Champions League. So uh, one way or the other, he might he will definitely be watching. I think whether from his couch, whether from his couch or or the uh, or the stands. We'll wait and see. I mean, could well be in England spying on Manchester City, who are playing Bournemouth yesterday. So I mean, interesting to see what kind of press reaction he gets. I mean, Eric Ten Hag, his time to end up mid seasons, it came to an end. I mean, every manager thinks that he could have done better, but when uh, when the players are just not putting in, and you are like a club like Manchester United, then you the X could fall at any time. X could fall at and X could fall at any time, and yeah, that's what happened. Coming back to this match, I mean, the media are already kissing the proverbial backside of Manchester United. I mean, even in the match where they should be focusing on Villa, Spurs, they are showing Manchester United players, and team arriving with team wherever they are at. I mean, why are you bothered about Manchester United? The teams are out on the pitch. The teams are out on the pitch, and the second half should begin, momentarily. And yeah, so and yeah, we'll see what the likes of Solanke, Son, and Johnson can do. Morgan Rogers, the goal scorer thus far, the only goal scorer thus far, and Ange knows that his team can't afford to take in two defeats in a row in Premier League, and the second half has kicked off. Spurs kicking off. I mean, should be Martinez's. Oh, almost came out of his own area. That could have been a red if it was judged that he was out of area. I mean, Vicario I think should have been sent off against Brentford, and I mean, talking of Manchester United, it's Spurs haven't beaten any big fishes in the Premier League. Brentford and oh, good ball! Oh, I dear, it was meant for the fullback Matty Cash, but someone intercepted it in midfield and slowed the whole damn attack down. Slowed the whole damn attack down, and yeah, I mean, could it be another? Could be a week where North London is. I mean, Spurs might have been thinking of singing or dancing like that. We beat Aston Villa while Arsenal lost, but it seems to me that Spurs are hell bent on providing Arsenal with all the, let's call it what it is. Let's Arsenal with all the Arsenal for meme worthy. Although Spurs on the attack, Kulusevski, good player he is. Oh, I mean, if that had gotten to Ollie Watkins, it surely would have been 2-0. But blocked. Here's Solanke. Oh, I mean, offside and commits foul as well. Might have been someone else, though. Previous move, Morgan Rogers is down. Signed from Middlesbrough on a very cheap fee, 8 million, I think. 8 million or 15 million, something like that. Son up against Cash. Oh, 1-1! Johnson makes it 1-1. Brilliant delivery by Son, and it's 1-1. Spurs have equalized. That should see game much remains of this game, and 1-1 it is. Brilliant cross Cash. I mean, onside Johnson, and brilliant cross by Son in the dangerous area. Konza, Torres, both taken out with the quality of the ball, and nothing Martinez could do. It goes under him, and 1-1. And I mean, I know it's cold, but he does get his hands out of his pocket. Spurs on the attack again. Although watch a goal now. I mean, that's unfortunate to hear. That's unfortunate to hear. Yeah, I mean, I really should have thought more before asking you. Is that why James McLean doesn't wear these poppies? I mean, so I mean, may well be, may well be. I don't want to go down. Uh, I won't go down, the painful route. But 1-1. Let's just stick to the game, anyways. Here's Udogi. Or cuts in left foot. Solanke! Oh, good save, Martinez. Good save, Martinez. Solanke almost. I mean, I think if he could have gotten a better backlift, then he could have done better. But yeah, I mean, didn't get much power in it, nor any sort of placement, and and yeah. I mean, I should have done my research. I didn't want to send you down that painful route. Over the bar. Not sure what Craig Bosson is saying. Is it a corner? I mean, I don't know how it can be a corner. I mean, Unai Emery, I think will take a draw. As a Newcastle fan, I'd be happy with the draw. Spurs fans trying to bring out their inner Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson. He should be more respectful of the knighthood he was awarded, and yeah, and yeah. So foul. Spurs have a free kick, and this game I think is warming up. Spurs on the attack and Villa on the counter attack. Could be. I mean, would be interesting to see how the substitutions play out. Leon Bailey could be a good option. Leon Bailey. Who else? There's no other player who can. And most of them are midfielders, defenders, fullbacks. John Duran, of course. John Duran. I mean, how can I forget John Duran? Oh, Watkins. I mean, against Romero. Watkins does brilliantly. Oh, foul. That has got to be a yellow card. It is to Pedro Porro, the right fullback. I mean, Watkins did brilliantly against Romero, but Porro, another Latin speaker, Spanish speaker, sawed him down and, or should I say, axed him down. And free kick to be taken by Judy Telemans of Belgium. Dangerous free kick. Dinia! Ooh, whistles. Oh, again it was whistles just wide. Was wide, but if it was on target, Vicario was not even getting close to it. Bissouma and is it Richarlison? Bentancur and Son have been taken off. I mean, Son surprised to see his number go up. Son perhaps not fully fit just now, and so maybe a 4-4-2 or something like that. Solanke and Richarlison. And to be honest, I expected better from Villa. I mean, a good goal by Spurs, though. I mean, I might be contradicting myself, and that's not the first time I might be doing that. But oh, dangerous! The midfielder should have cleared it. Here's Sarr, cross from Porro, cleared away. The team news for Manchester United and Chelsea must be must be out or will be out in a minute or so. I mean, let's see what kind of lineup we see. Oh, that's another bad challenge. That has got to be another yellow or red or something. Yellow. Romero, captain. Morgan Rogers has come in for some, you know, rather agricultural treatment. I mean, given that it's a yellow, I can't see it being upgraded to a red. But Son, who provided an assist, I mean, camera focusing on him, and I mean, he looks disappointed at coming off. I mean, he's typically not a guy who reacts this way. Christian Romero seems to have injured himself, and they're already no, it's just a boot injury. Matty Cash is getting boot injury. I mean, boot replacement, I think, and Matt Cash getting treatment on his right calf, and Matty Cash might need to come off. I mean, Konza can play at right back. Konza can play at right back, and Konza can play at right back, and 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 Romero. Oh, Romero needs to be subbed. I mean, that's two That's that's two first choice central defenders out for Ben Davis coming on. Oh dear God, Dragoshin and Davis in the central defense, and Matty Cash. So I mean, Diego Carlos is on. That's what I was going to say. Diego Carlos or Mings can come on, and Konza can go at right back. And looks like that is exactly what is going to happen. And Romero needs to come off as well. Just worry for him that it's not a metatarsal sort of an injury where he's out for 10-12 weeks or something like that. Looks like a metatarsal, to be honest. He throws his and yeah, uh, Mickey Vanderven is already out. So I mean, in terms of set pieces, they've once again gotten a bit weaker. I mean, Ben Davis and Radu Dragoshin. Villa must be licking their chops. I mean, if I'd hope it's not a. So we've seen a couple of substitutions from three substitutions from Spurs, one from Aston Villa, and one from Aston Villa, and Onana is down as well. I mean, looks like a head injury. I mean, it is. I mean, I did see the two heads clashing, but Onana should be okay. That's why Martinez kicked it out. I mean, if Villa can get corners, bad pass. Oh, chance for Villa to counter now. And up against this newly formed defense of Dragoshin and Ben Davis has Ramsey. Oh, foul. That has got to be a foul. Papsar might go in the book. Hasn't yet. Jacob Ramsey showing his pace. Free kick just as good as the corner from this sort of position. Oh, deflected. Oh dear, oh dear. Diego Carlos could have opened his Aston Villa account. I mean, that might have been going in. Oh, nahi. That's not a back pass, which Spurs are asking for. Is Watkins up against Dragoshin. Good covering there. and here's Spurs on the attack. Charlison, we haven't seen much of him. 25 minutes to go in this game. Let's see if the team news is out for the game between Manchester United, and Chelsea. I mean, this game ever since uh, ever since Spurs scored has gone a bit flat. Really, the Charlison scored the winner against wide from Sar. Chelsea team has been declared, which I can see. I mean, Rogers is down. Not sure what has happened to him. But I'm more interested in the Manchester United team news. In the Manchester United team news, and and yeah, let's see what team they put out. I don't know if Manchester United have put out the team yet or not. Wrong account. They have, they have, and Rogers might need to come off for Villa, the goal scorer, and John Duran is coming on. I mean, it's I think it's the same lineup as the one that was put out in the Carabao Cup in the Carabao Cup, and here comes John Duran. Here comes John Duran. I mean, he's been scoring a lot of goals. He scored against Bologna as well. Morgan Rogers disappointed at not being able to continue. The aerial threat will only amplify from here. I mean, he's disappeared as well in the game. I haven't seen him much in the second half. 20 minutes to go. Should be Martinez's. And, and you look at the cross that Anthony Gordon provided last night, and now you look at these crosses. It's I mean, SR or intercepted, and chance for Villa to counter. As Ramsey in the dangerous area, but behind most of the Aston Villa strikers. Charlison wants a corner, isn't going to get it. I'm not sure why people get tattoos on their necks, really. Good chance for Spurs to put in a good ball, but nah, blocked by Dinia. I mean, I genuinely thought that with Madsen coming in, Dinia would be more on the bench or might even be sold, but here he is, number one left back at the club. I mean, Ollie Watkins has been a waste of. I mean, he's done a couple of good stuff, but more or less he has been underutilized by Aston Villa. I mean, still enough time for him to come good and score maybe a winner. And overall, Spurs on reflection defended. Oh, chance! Oh, chipped! 2-1 to Spurs. Dominic Solanke has scored. Good interplay, and Ange must be delighted. 2-1 to Spurs. They've taken the lead. They've scored two goals in this second half. We'll have to wait and see. But Dominic Solanke has given Spurs the lead, and yeah, let's see before we change the scoreline. Before we change the scoreline, I mean, onside. He is just about onside, and yeah, so he needs changing. And I mean, for me, he's onside, and I mean that that doesn't mean anything, but that doesn't mean anything, but uh, looks onside to me. The VAR is checking the goal, but looks onside to me. Oh no, offside. He might be offside. No, goal counts. Oh, onside. I thought I saw the red line, but obviously not. It was the red line and off the green line, and the goal gets given, and Spurs have turned it around. I mean, Aston Villa, awful. I expected better, but just like the other claret and blue team a couple of weeks ago, Spurs have turned it around again. Aston Villa have it all to do. Oh, good ball. Watkins. No, why don't you just shoot? I mean, Ollie Watkins, what the hell are you doing? I mean, the flag might go up. It doesn't. That doesn't mean it wasn't offside or something like that. But over the bar, over the bar from Onana. And just looking at this Spurs goal, good ball by Kulusevski. I mean, intelligent ball and good run by Solanke as well. And uh, and the goal counts. The goal definitely does count. And yeah, so goal does count. 12 minutes plus the added time. And Villa have, I mean, oh, ball given away. Chance to make it three. Richarlison, 3-1. 3-1. Solanke at the double. Ball given away in midfield. Not sure who it was, but 3-1 it is to Spurs, and Aston Villa have shot themselves in the foot, and for Solanke pounces Pau Torres. It was who gave the ball away in midfield, and Spurs have completely turned it around. I mean, this game is more or less over, if you ask me. And and yeah, I mean, goals from Johnson, Solanke, and uh, and game over. I mean, no need to check offside here. It's clear onside. Ball given away by Pau Torres. Absolutely calamitous pass, a diagonal across. I mean, so risky, so risky. I mean, Papsar intercepts the ball and plays it in, and Solanke wasn't going to miss an open goal. And ever since that change, cash going off, Spurs have capitalized, and Richarlison is down injured, and I was worried for Spurs, but it's Aston Villa who are crumbling right before our very eyes. Right before our very eyes, here comes Leon Bailey, Jacob Ramsey off, Tillemans off, McGinn off. So the midfield has been replaced by Kamara, Bailey, Philogene, Bubakar, Kamara. I mean, good to see him back on the pitch after his ACL injury last season. Richarlison, he looks like he'll not be able to continue. Unai Emery, his face looks like he's seen a ghost. I mean, looks like a bad injury to Richarlison. And, I mean, the guy can't keep fit. So Madison and Archie Gray coming on in place of Udogi and Richarlison, of course. And damaging result this for Aston Villa. I mean, last time round they came back from a goal down to win, and this time Spurs look like they will be the ones who 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 capitalize. Last season, Aston Villa were down 3-1 against Liverpool. They came back to win. Came back to draw 3-3. Can they do it again this time round? Unlikely. That was at home to John Duran. Classic goals. Classic as in good goals. Philogene. मैं सोच मैं कड़ी चावल दे दो, रोटी में खा लेता हूँ फिर। ओह, Dominic Solanke, worth the money? Probably is. Oh, good skill, but well read by Pau Torres. The change in the defense has hurt. And yeah, I mean, this game is all done and dusted, if you ask me. Manchester United game will be, I mean, but I mean, there is enough time left if Villa can score one quickly. But in the second half, they've not looked like scoring one, let alone two. Olive Watkins has been disappointing. Good result this for Spurs. Where do they go? They probably go above Brighton. I mean, depends on the goal difference. Same points, I think. I mean, that's 5 points dropped in two Premier League games by Aston Villa, and and Archie Gray probably playing at left back. Dinner is here. Corner to Villa. I mean, this one has to go in. And Craig Pawson has been decent. Philogene, that's a heavy, heavy pass. Aston Villa player squad staff, they would all be disappointed with how they have played today. I mean, but I mean, one team in the north of has won today. Oh, or this weekend, I meant to say. And will another win? We'll wait and find out. corner, but foul given, free kick to Spurs. Oh dear God, 10 minutes. 10 minutes added. I mean, anything could happen still. Anything could still happen in this game. And imagine if that goal had gone in. 10 minutes added, dear oh dear. The the broadcasters would be horrified. How do we find time to talk about our beloved Manchester United? I mean, the only concern for Spurs out of this game would be the injury to Christian Romero. I mean, to be fair, it's a big game as it is Manchester United, Chelsea, and it comes on the back of a managerial sacking at Old Trafford. So you have got to understand their eagerness. Marathon. I mean, he must be disappointed with his form. I mean, Kulusevski is now head and shoulders above him. I mean, still 7 minutes or so left to play. And the game is done. Both teams are playing like it is. And free kick in a really dangerous area. Diego Carlos and Dominic Solanke. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Free kick. Kulusevski. Can he make it 4-1? Interesting to see. Madison as well. Free kick specialist. I mean, Madison. I mean, and Kulusevski. Madison! Oh, 4-1. Madison scores, and it's 4-1 uh, against against West Ham. I was about to say, I mean, for a right footer, uh, is offering a lot of the goal to the right footer, and once he got it over the wall, it was more or less a done deal. It was always going to be a goal. 4-1. Absolutely calamitous. This from Villa. I mean, nothing Martinez could do. Went around the ball rather than over it, and 4-1. I mean, bad foul to concede, and yeah, game was over before that, and it's like an icing on the cake. To be honest, Aston Villa have let themselves down now tonight. The second half has just not been good enough. The substitution, Matty Cash, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres, it's not been good enough from. He scored twice. He scored twice. Just twice. The second and the third goal. Good goals. I mean, third one was a tap in, but the run was good by him. And I mean, I mean, Liverpool got good money for Solanke, and poor old Chelsea, where he was signed from. I mean, if he had scored a couple of goals that season, Bournemouth might not have been relegated. But fair dues to him. He scored he scored a lot of goals over the last one and a quarter season, and yeah, really damaging defeat this for Emery. Villa fans disappointed. Shot from Sar could have been five. I mean, it was comfortable. It was more like a back pass, but ball was lost, and a shot taken. So the game is about to come to an end. I'll be leaving you, and then game is over, and Game is over. And guys, thanks for joining me. Whoever, I'll see you game which starts not too far, too long after this. And yeah, we'll see you then. So until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye for now.